We're going to look at function notation here and how to get the information from a graph. It's important to be able to go back and forth here. First thing we have is f of 0 plus g of 2. Well, we look at our graph. This graph is function f, as I can see. This graph is function g, right? There it says. So we look for f of 0. Well, what's the 0 replacing? Well, usually it says f of x, right? So the x is 0. So go to function f, look at when x is 0, and then this says what is y when x is 0. That's the question this thing says. What is y when f is 0? Or when x is 0? Well, 0, right? Look, we're up and down. So f of 0 is 0. Now g of 2, that's the graph for g of x. When x is 0, or when x is 2, 1, 2, what is g? 1, 2. G of x represents the output y. So here's the point 2 for the x value. What's the y value? 1, 2, negative 2. So my output there would be negative 2. And if I add 0 and negative 2, I will get negative 2. So adding these two functions, evaluate f at 0 and g at 2, we get negative 2. Okay, now let's go on to the next one. It's a composition of functions, g of f of negative 2. So first, you have to figure out what's inside here first. So we need to find what is f of negative 2. Well, I'm going to go to the negative 2 for my x value, 1, 2, and then go down to the function f. Don't go up here, that's g, go to f. Right here, that point would be negative 2, negative 1, right? So the output at when x is negative 2 is negative 1. So now I have g of negative 1, see? That becomes negative 1. Now go to negative 1, which is here, but now go to the g graph, which is this one, right? A line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 1, 4, so the output would be 4. So this thing here, g of f of negative 2, is actually 4. Okay, one more example here. Well, maybe you should try it. Pause it and see if you can find f of g of 0. Okay, do that and I'll get back to you. Okay, well, g of 0 is what we need to do first. That's inside of here because you need to find out what that is first before you can evaluate f of that. So g of 0. Here's function g. Here's 0. Go to the function, and that is 0, 2. So g of 0 is actually 2. So now I have f of 2. Well, now go to 2. 1, 2. Now go to function f, which is here. And that would be 2, 1. So at function f, when you put 2 in, you get 1. So f of g of 0 is 1. And that's how you use information in function notation with graphs to evaluate things like that.